Have you ever noticed something strange about confidence? People always say, just be confident and then you'll start. But what if that advice is completely wrong? What if confidence is not something you get before you act, but something that only appears after you do? Why do so many smart, capable people wait for confidence that never comes and stay stuck for years because of it? And why does your brain keep telling you, not yet, wait a little more, even when nothing is actually stopping you? In this video, we're going to answer a question most people never think to ask. Why does confidence come after action, not before? And how has your brain been tricking you this whole time? Subscribe to the channel if you want to understand your mind better and learn how it really shapes your choices, your fears, and your future. Most people believe confidence is a feeling. They think it's something you either have or you don't. So they wait. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel sure. They wait for fear to disappear. I'll start when I'm more confident. I'll try when I stop being scared. I'll change when I finally feel ready. But here's the strange part. That moment almost never arrives. Years pass. Ideas stay ideas. Dreams stay dreams. And people slowly start believing something is wrong with them. But what if nothing is wrong at all? What if the real problem is that we've misunderstood how the brain actually works? Psychologists and neuroscientists have discovered something surprising. Your brain does not give you confidence first. Your brain waits for evidence. From your brain's point of view, confidence is not motivation. It's a result. Your mind is like a careful accountant. It doesn't ask, what do you want? It asks, what has worked before? If you haven't acted yet, there is no evidence. And without evidence, the brain says, stay where you are. It's safer. That's why waiting for confidence feels logical, but quietly keeps you stuck. And once you see this clearly, everything about fear, action, and change starts to look very different. Let's slow down and look at what's really happening inside your brain. Your brain has one main job, not happiness, not success, not confidence. Its main job is survival. For most of human history, doing something new was dangerous. A new place could mean predators. A new behavior could mean rejection. A mistake could mean losing the group. So the brain learned a simple rule. Don't move unless you're sure. Here's the problem. In the modern world, certainty almost never comes before action. Think about it. How would you ever feel confident speaking in public? If you've never spoken in public, how would you feel confident starting a new job? If you've never done that job, how would you feel confident posting your ideas online? If you've never seen how people react? From the brain's point of view, waiting for confidence makes perfect sense. But from reality's point of view, it's impossible. So what does the brain do instead? Create stories. Stories like, I'm just not ready yet. I need more information. I'll start when the timing is right. I need to feel confident first. These stories feel intelligent. They sound reasonable. But very often, they're just fear trying to sound logical. Let's take a real example. Imagine someone who wants to start a YouTube channel. They have ideas. They've watched tutorials. They even imagine how good it would feel. But every time they think about recording, something stops them. They think about their voice, their face, the comments, what people might think. So they wait. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. And one day they say, I guess I'm just not confident enough for this. But here's the truth. Confidence didn't fail them. They never gave confidence a chance to be created. Neuroscientists have shown that confidence is built through something very simple. Successful exposure. When you do something scary and survive it, your brain updates its map of the world. It says, oh, that didn't kill us. Oh, that wasn't as dangerous as we thought. Oh, we can handle this. And that update is what we later feel as confidence. Not before, after. This is why children learn so fast. A child doesn't wait to feel confident before walking. They fall. They wobble. They look silly. But their brain keeps collecting evidence. I can move. I didn't die. I'm learning. Adults forget this. Adults want guarantees. Adults want safety before movement. But the brain doesn't work that way. Another example. Think about someone who wants to change careers. They hate their current job. They feel drained every day, but they stay. Why? Because the brain says, this is familiar. This is predictable. We know how to survive here. Even unhappiness can feel safer than uncertainty. Studies in behavioral psychology show that humans fear loss more than they desire gain. This is called loss aversion. Your brain would rather keep you in a situation you dislike than risk something new that might fail. So when you think, why can't I just be brave? The brain is thinking, why would we risk survival? Now here's the most important part. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's not something you're born with or without. Confidence is memory. It's your brain remembering, I've done something like this before. I survived. I learned. No action equals no memory. No memory equals no confidence. So when people say, just be confident, they're accidentally asking you to do something impossible. It's like telling someone, just have experience before you start. That's not how learning works. And once you understand this, something shifts. You stop waiting to feel different. You stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking you're broken. You realize the fear is not a signal to stop. It's a signal that you're about to do something new. And new has always felt uncomfortable to the brain. So here is the quiet truth that changes everything. You are not stuck because you lack confidence. You are stuck because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is trying to protect you. The fear you feel before starting something new is not a flaw. It is not weakness. It is not a sign that you shouldn't move forward. It is simply the brain saying, this is unfamiliar. Pay attention. The mistake we make is believing that fear means danger. In the modern world, fear usually means growth. Confidence is not the door you walk through. Confidence is what appears after you've already stepped inside. That's why waiting to feel ready keeps you frozen. You're waiting for an effect before the cause. Real change happens in very small moments. Not dramatic ones. Not fearless ones. It happens when you act despite discomfort. When you speak even though your voice shakes. When you try even though you're unsure. When you move even though your mind says, not yet. Each of those moments teaches your nervous system something new. I can survive this. I can handle uncertainty. I don't need perfection to move. And slowly, almost invisibly, confidence forms. Not as a rush of courage, but as calm. The calm that comes from knowing you've been here before. The most freeing realization is this. You don't need to become someone else to live differently. You don't need to remove fear. You don't need to wait for the right feeling. You only need to stop treating fear as a command. Let it be present. Let it speak. But don't let it decide. Because the life you want is almost never blocked by lack of ability. It's blocked by the belief that you must feel safe before you move. And once you see that belief for what it is, an ancient rule that no longer fully serves you, you regain choice. Not loud freedom. Not reckless freedom. Quiet freedom. The freedom to act deliberately instead of automatically. The freedom to grow without waiting for permission from your fear. And that kind of freedom doesn't announce itself, but it changes everything.